Welcome to ZoomTV, the show where we explore everything that flies, drives and floats. I'd like to invite you to come along with us. You'll have some fun. You might even learn a thing or two along the way. In today's program, we're in WA in what can only be described as the wild, the Western wild, on hunt of a grand tiger. ZX Auto have just released this model specifically for Australian roads, Australian work sites and our bush bashing adventures. We go back in time and relive what can only be described as a crazy adventure for this week's ZoomTV Rewind.
It's not girly to scream. We won't think any less of you. We won't think you less manly. If you want to scream like a girl, go ahead.
We'll update you on events to do with things that fly, drive and float, and catch up with this week's City Toyota celebrity hitchhiker, Paul Moore from Winners and Losers. Now, what is the best car, in your opinion, on the roads?
At the moment, I want like a big Ford Ranger.
So get ready, come hunting with us on ZoomTV. In the wild, there really is only one rule: survival of the fittest. And the hard truth is, only the strongest and most adaptable animals will succeed. And the exact same thing can be said in the world of cars. This is the all-new Grand Tiger. It's powerful and extremely versatile. Now, if you know anything about a tiger, and of course a ute, you'll understand they're both out to achieve the same goal, and that's to dominate its environment. ZX Auto have just released this model specifically for Australian roads, Australian work sites and our bush bashing adventures. So let's go see if this tiger has earned its stripes. The world of the ute is surprisingly competitive with plenty of models on the market. The major problem is finding one that doesn't break the bank when it comes to buy. Well, the Grand Tiger, it is a solitary animal, one that doesn't follow all the rules. The intercooled turbo diesel is one of the most versatile utility options available. And for fans of the ute, you will know the ability to be adaptable is the name of the game. You have to be able to carry a bunch of stuff, be comfortable while you do it, and look good all at the same time. And in the Grand Tiger, you can do it for much less than what you would expect. The Tiger is available in a 4x2, a 4x4, a cab chassis, or a dual cab. So whether you're a tradie or a family, I reckon you'll find a model that suits you. It also delivers a drive that I wasn't expecting. It's not doughy or lethargic. It's actually quite firm, responsive, and feels safe on the road. I gotta tell you, I'm impressed. This particular Grand Tiger is very special as it's an Australian-only edition. Sure, you'll find Grand Tigers all over the world, but these ones on our shores are just for us. And they've been tweaked and tuned for our on-road and our off-road conditions. The engineers behind the Grand Tiger understood that it didn't just have to handle soft city roads, but gravel tracks, paddocks and sand dunes and building sites. It had to handle pretty much anything Australia would chuck at it, because as Australians, we like to tackle it all. So they tuned the suspension, double wishbone in the front, leaf spring in the back, and the 2.5 litre direct injection turbo diesel engine. It'll pretty much tow anything. The thing I really like about the Tiger is its reliability. The engine in particular is bulletproof, and adding to your peace of mind is the manufacturer 3-year, 100,000 kilometre warranty, which will keep you on the road. Inside, you will find all of those creature comforts you'd expect on a much more expensive ute. Things like Bluetooth connectivity, power windows, and reversing sensors. I tell you what, the wild is a comfy place to be when you're in a Grand Tiger. So try something different and introduce yourself to the animal stalking its prey all over Australia, the all-new ZX Auto Grand Tiger. If you want to catch one, head to John Hughes in Victoria Park. To find out more, go to johnhughes.com.au or follow the quick links from ZoomTV. Do you want to get more out of your diesel? Well, let the team at United Fuel Injection help you. They're the experts in diesel fuel injection, turbocharging and vehicle performance technologies. Make an appointment today and get more torque out of your diesel at unitedfuel.com.au. Last year, Allan and I received a dare from the guys at Attitude Aerobatics, which we both rose to the occasion and took on. After the break, we hit the ZoomTV rewind button, go back in time and relive the adventure. Welcome back to ZoomTV. Now, Allan and I are at Jandakot Airport, which is about half an hour out of Perth. And Allan, what are we here to do?
Well, this is not your average business class flight with Qantas that you are always on. This is something a little more daring, a little more scary.
Now, the producers have sent us here because, I mean, we're on ZoomTV and we've got to do things that fly, drive and float. And unfortunately for me, I don't know about you, Allan, well, you have your captain's license, I believe, for a plane. Not me. I'm not the biggest fan of flying. So what are we going to do when we get in there?
This is Attitude Aerobatics, and they are going to tip this guy upside down, inside out, and probably make him Phillies Kimbies. Let's get suited up.
I'm excited, a little bit nervous. Didn't sleep much last night. After you, bud.
No, after you, I insist.
This is going to be great. How are you, Darius?
Very well, thank you.
Allan, how you going?
Allan, nice to meet you. Darius.
Okay, now you've taken us through the safety training.
That's right.
You've told us what we're going to expect. Now, this is the baby we're doing it in.
This is it. This is the Extra 300. This is what we're going to be flying in today. It's a unlimited category aeroplane. It means basically it'll do everything. You will brake before the aeroplane brakes.
Can't wait.
Yeah, I don't want you to break anything, really. Now, Darius, I don't know if you know, but Allan is one of the senior members of the team. I have utmost respect for you, and I believe that you are an experienced pilot. So all of that put into the one mixing pot, I think I should let him go first. What do you reckon?
Makes sense.
You just want me to
No,
wind out the
I
bugs.
don't. I trust
Guinea
you,
pig,
Darius.
they
I really
call
do.
it.
I'm going to leave you with
Guinea
Darius.
pig.
I'm going to go make some
Excellent.
phone calls because I have to make some important phone calls. and
Goodbye.
leave you here. That'd be awesome.
Bye-bye.
Take care, Al. Good to see you.
Excellent.
What have we got, Darius? What do we do?
Okay, Al, today you're sitting in the front,
Cool.
I'm sitting in the back. Let me just get this mat out for you.
Beauty. Most of us will be aware of the Red Bull air race that happens very low over the beautiful Swan River in Perth, Western Australia. This is the very same aircraft. Not a pretend one, the real deal. Okay, what do we do?
Okay, foot step.
Yep.
Straight up onto the mat, and then
And I do get frequent flyer points, don't I?
you get frequent flyers today. Yes, you certainly do.
Tango Whiskey Alpha, clear for takeoff.
Here we go.
Thank you, Quest operator to the southeast boundary, operating across runway 30.
Well, we're just gaining a little bit of altitude now so that Captain Darius can show us his stuff.
This really is a once-in-a-lifetime experience with the exhilaration of flight, the thrills of tumbling through the sky, and the adrenaline-pumping aerobatics that only the Extra can deliver. The Extra 300L is a power-packed aerobatic aircraft that has taken the world stage by storm. From mild to wild, the choice is yours.
Cannot do that in any other aircraft. Thank you very, very much, Captain Darius. I've had an absolute ball.
How was it, mate? Was he sick, Darius? Or?
No, he wasn't sick. He was whipping and hollering away. I think he was having a fat old
Mate,
time.
it looks a little bit wet in there, buddy.
Mate, it's lovely in here, but I must hand over to the sacrificial sick bag. You are going to need that.
Okay, well, there you go. Now, later in the show, if you stick around, I'll take to the sky with Darius. Now, Darius, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Coach, when
I'm
you get
feeling
in
confident.
there, get in there, I want you to take a little sip of water and get focused, okay?
You're in for trouble.
Something you really should experience is the passion shared between enthusiasts that love things that fly, drive or float. And you can do that by attending one of their events. Thanks to United Fuel Injection, the best place to get more torque out of your diesel. Here's some we think you might like. New South Wales is where muscle meets a whole lot of style with the Retro Tyres South Coast Shutdown. Held at one of the most amazing locations, Black Beach in Kiama, just south of Sydney, this event will be crammed with street machines, customs, hot rods, mini trucks, lowriders and bikes. Rumour has it that some of the best bikes and cars in the country will be on display, so don't miss this one. It all happens Saturday, 2nd of May and starts at 9 a.m. Now, if you're in Victoria, it's time for you to take a step back into the past and head to the annual Keilor Rotary Club's Car and Vintage Bike Show. Grab yourself an all-day breakfast and power up to check out over 250 classic cars and bikes representing a huge range of brands, all vying for great prizes and trophies. It all takes place Sunday, 3rd of May at the historic Keilor Hotel, and spectators are welcome from 9 a.m. for just $5. Us Aussies love our Holdens, and up in Townsville, all models of Holden and GM are coming together for a huge show and shine at the Townsville Showgrounds. All Holdens and GMs are welcome for a great day of dyno comps, sound-offs, kids entertainment, raffles and of course the show and shine. There's awesome trophies up for grabs and camping facilities are available. Runs over the entire weekend on the 2nd and 3rd of May. Spectators are welcome from 9 a.m. So there's some events thanks to United Fuel Injection that we think you should attend. If you've got an event coming up or you want to find out more, go to zoomtv.com.au. Whether you're searching for a top quality new or pre-owned vehicle or a factory service with genuine Toyota parts, then City Toyota is your best option. Why? Because they're one of the most awarded Toyota dealers in Australia. And as a 5-star customer service dealership, you can be sure the helpful and professional team at City Toyota will always find the right car for you at the right price with the best possible service. To find out more, go to citytoyota.net.au. After the break, I take to the skies thanks to Attitude Aerobatics, and things do get a little bit crazy. Oh, here he
Aaron,
comes.
before you go,
Here he
right,
comes.
it's not girly to scream.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
we won't think any less of
okay.
you.
Yep.
We won't think you less manly. If you want to scream like a girl, go ahead.
Seriously, that's why I love you, Al.
Will you tell me if he does?
Absolutely.
It's a lot of love. There's a lot of anxiety and excitement that builds up just even sitting here on the tarmac. You can't beat the view that you guys get from your office window every day.
It's just fantastic.
As Allan explained earlier, most Joy Flight aircraft are simple trainers. Attitude Aerobatics, however, use a world-class competition aircraft as selected by numerous air races around the world. Power, speed and agility, and not to mention 300 horsepower of screaming engine, provide for an eye-opening experience. This is something I've always wanted to give a go, but have been very anxious to do. And if you have reservations like me, don't stress too much because the pilots at Attitude Aerobatics will talk you through the whole flight. And because you're the only passenger, your pilot becomes your best friend very quickly. Now there's no way that I can come up here and actually make use of the sick bag, dare I, so I don't want to use it. I'm happy for you to be gentle on me. I'm happy that you were hard on the old man, but you got to be gentle on me.
If you'd just like to check your harness is all secure, those 2 levers are locked down, and if you'd like to tighten it up, now is a really good time. and just pulling up down the horizon to a barrel roll.
I got to tell you, mate, you're awesome. Thank you very much.
Very, very welcome.
Mate, glad to be down here again. Glad to be down here.
Welcome back.
That was, I just can't put the words, I just don't know the words to explain that, Al. That was
Till you
awesome.
do it, you've got no comprehension of how much fun that is.
The feeling like we did was it a hammerhead roll or?
We did some loops, some barrel rolls. We did a hammerhead turn where we just got to the top and came over. I think that's where you peaked. I think that's where you peaked.
I want to prove that the spew bag was not used.
No.
It was almost used, but unfortunately we had to come back in because of the weather, but it was a lot
A
of
little
fun.
bit of nasty weather, unfortunately, but better safe than sorry.
I tell you what, if you want to give someone a present or just make a mark with somebody, get onto this guy because that was unbelievable. Thank you so much. So
Very
much.
welcome,
Attaboy.
gents.
Bryce.
Thanks
Well
for
done.
coming down.
I'm now joined by Chewy, one of the winners of the Ian Diffin City Discount Tyres Performance Driving Day. Chewy, how have you found the day?
It's been awesome. It's been a great day. We've got really good instructors here at RAC. The weather's perfect. We've learned more about myself, more about the car. So yeah, it's been great.
Chewy, have you found that you've got a greater appreciation over what your car can and can't do?
Yes, definitely. I mean, coming over here, it's the place to be to test the limits of your car and yourself. Doing it here over the skid pan in a safe environment, that's the way to do it.
On with the car,
Yep.
how do you find your Renault? What made you choose it?
Generally been known as a good handling car, where the thrill is going around the corners, and it's a good drive.
Okay, what's your favourite thing about the car?
I love the handling, that's number one. And secondly, probably the color. This is a special color, so that's why I like it.
It's a nice colour. Now,
Yep.
what would you change about it if you had the chance?
I'll probably go for more top-end power. I think for a front-wheel drive, 2-litre turbo, that's what it lacks. At the top end, that's probably what I'll do.
Awesome, mate.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Congratulations for winning as well.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Coming up, I catch up with this week's City Toyota celebrity hitchhiker, Paul Moore from Winners and Losers. Welcome back to ZoomTV. I'm now with a person that over the years of doing the Zoom Celebrity Hitchhikers has become a friend, a fellow bloke, Paul Moore. How are you, mate?
Mate, Aaron, good to see you, brother.
Mate, when I met you, you just started out in Winners and Losers. Your character is firm in the show,
Yep.
in the cast. You've grown as an actor,
Yep.
and you're achieving great things.
Thank you.
And the great thing about it is you get to work with your wife.
Oh, mate, everything you said is correct. But the thing is, mate, you got to understand, they've actually written us in, and some of the storyline that we've been doing has been quite emotional. You know, normally we've got the gags and this and that. Some of the things, it's rocky. You know, Bridget is cracking it at Wes, and there's all this, and she's a method actor, man. So she takes it home.
Yeah.
There's been times where we've had to sleep in different rooms because the next day we've had to do a scene where she's had to crack it.
Look at you, Wes. Good effort. Oh, it's supposed to be white. You stuffed up the wash.
Babe, can you not?
Can you just get me a drink?
So, Paul, what's happening in Paul Moore world? Now, people might not realise, but you actually don't just act, you teach acting.
Mate, we've got a studio that myself and Sarah have started called More Grace, and it's been going for about 6 years now, and it's in Geelong, and it's just cranking. We've got like 400 students, we've got kids and teens and adults, and you know, they're getting on shows and films, and we're starting to get this really good reputation, and for me, when I'm not acting and you're helping kids with confidence issues and stuff, it's a massive, and it makes me feel like I'm actually doing something for the world.
What you're doing is a great thing. So if people want to get involved with that, I presume you have a website.
Yeah, www.moregrace.com.
So you're ready for the Fast Five?
Fast Five, hit me, brother.
Okay, you've already answered these again, so I'm going to see if you get the same answers. We'll go back in the tape. First car you ever owned?
First car I ever owned was a postie bike. Oh, can I say that? It's a postie bike.
You did.
It's 17 and 10 months, it was a postie bike. But then I got a Hyundai XL, green.
Now, what is the best car, in your opinion, on the roads?
The best
What is
car.
the car you want?
The best car that I want, at the moment, I want like a big Ford Ranger, because they're big, you sit high, you know, you've got, what? Oh, there's lots of girls in the back for my friends that are single, like Johnny Ruffo.
You might not be able to see it, but there is a Mr. Ruffo over there. Prompt in, Paul. Now, you've got to focus because you can't cheat on the next one. What is your opinion of the worst car on the roads?
The worst car at the moment would be Hyundai Getz.
That would be it. What car do you currently drive?
I currently drive a Fiesta, a Ford Fiesta, but Sarah's got an XR, like a Ford XR6.
Final question is, what is your biggest fear?
My biggest fear is probably snakes.
Same
Yeah,
answer.
snakes. I reckon snakes, or I would go the dentist. You know, I had a couple of fillings pulled out, and I'm actually.
Must be a hard memory because it kind of came back.
I've got one that has to come out now, and I've put it off for about 2 years. So, snakes or dentist.
Mate, you're a legend as always.
Cool, man.
Thank you very much. Good luck with everything. Now, don't forget, if you want to be a great actor and you live in the Geelong region, anywhere in Melbourne, make sure you go to moregrace.com.au to find out more, or follow the links from ZoomTV, and you could follow in this great man's footsteps. Well, that's our show. We've caught a tiger and we went flying with a madman in the sky. Tick both boxes. If you'd like to know more about anything from today's show, go to our website, zoomtv.com.au. And don't forget, if you're part of an enthusiast club and you've got an event coming up, we want to help you. Give it a plug. You can find all the details on the website. You never know, we might even come along. Until next week, bye for now. Thanks for watching, and remember, whatever you hunt, make sure you do it safe. And that's a wrap.